Got my sparkling water here, guys. Look, here's the #1 mistake, one of the top mistakes that new sellers make when starting out on Amazon. I think the mindset's all wrong. Most people have the mindset wrong in a lot of ways, and the reason they have the mindset wrong is as follows. They assume that perhaps some gurus told them online that it's a really quick sort of get rich scheme, and they can go in there and they can launch products and make smallish margins but okay and still make money, and then do arbitrage or just launch a few bundles and it's going to work and you can rank up there and then sit back and relax and enjoy the money, and that whole sort of mindset is wrong. So I think people come into it with the wrong mindset. People come into it with a mindset of, oh, let's do a little bit of work for a big outcome and then get more money, and then alongside my job as a little side hustle, and then great, I can just sit over and earn some extra money and pay for a nice car, a few holidays a year. In my experience, it doesn't work like that. In my experience, it's all in or nothing. You have to be all in quite a big way. Otherwise, Amazon's just a big stress head, It's quite stressful anyway to run an Amazon business because it's such a competitive market. But if you're coming into it with the mindset that it's sort of going to be easy and you're going to put minimal effort into it and sort of come out of it, you're just going to get crushed by the competition, There's people like me, and there's people a lot bigger than me, but I'm just giving you an example. There's people like me that I will stay up very, very late sometimes to launch products to try and knock my competitors off the top spot. And that's not me, being out of order. That's called business, because they've knocked me off the top spot of other products. And I spend a lot of my time, working on systems, operations, ideas. It's sort of never ending, it's an obsession, it's like an obsession. I talked in another video recently where I just don't believe I've got that much competition when I actually look at things. There's probably only about 6 or 7 competitors of mine that actually scare me, but I don't get that worried. And the reason is because I'm just relentless, and I will keep bashing away and bashing away and bashing away and launching new products in my niche until I absolutely dominate, until my competition gives up. And if they don't give up, then it's going to be this never-ending fight where one of us is going to have to give up, and it's not going to be me. It's just not going to be me. Unless I find a much better opportunity elsewhere, I won't be giving up. I'll be spending my time launching new products. And this is what I mean. New sellers don't come into it with that. If you can come into the mindset, 50% of this game, I think, is the way that you think about it, right? If you're letting it defeat you, if you come into this not expecting, any saturation on listings, if you're coming into this not expecting competition to come and, try and knock you off the top spot, if you're getting frustrated, like I used to a lot, when you see all the competitors and you think, oh, this is not going to last for long because all this competition, then you've already sort of failed, You have to get past that, I was at the brink of almost giving up, You have to really, really stick it out and have that solid mindset that you're never going to give up. And if you have that, then you're ahead of the competition. But not only that, you have to put in the work. You have to work really hard at this. And sometimes you have to start late, or you have to outsource to a big extent. You have to really put some work in to make sure that you are staying ahead of the competition. And this is where people fall short, and then they end up in this spiral of going down and down and down. If you can come into this not expecting it to be easy, but expecting it to be a good amount of decent hard work, but then maybe in a few years' time you'll see the benefits, that's the reality. Your mindset will be ahead of the most. It takes time not only to actually work on the actual business, but as I say, to keep ahead of the competition, to look at opportunities where you can make money where others are not. Thinking outside the box is key in this business. Thinking outside the box, obsessing over it. I just can't get that word out of my head because it's just utterly true. Anyone that I know doing well in this space has a mild obsession with it, and I'm not afraid to admit it. It has to sort of, what's the word that I'm looking for? What's that word that sort of takes up all the space? Anyway, I forgot what it's called. No, I forgot what it's called. That word that takes up all the space in your mind. Guys, me again. Just a quick interruption just to tell you that Sellerboard is sponsoring this video, and there's a 2-month free trial to Sellerboard, which I've been using for years now, which is a Amazon seller and Shopify seller, etc. profit dashboard, which gives you your monthly profits, etc. I've been using it for a long time. As I say, also gives you the ability to get your refunds, your reimbursements that are owed to you from Amazon back, and we get hundreds of pounds a week back by using Sellerboard and sending them reports off. So as I say, get the 2-month free trial and check it out because it is an awesome bit of kit. Anyway, let's get back to the video. because otherwise the competition is going to eat you up, But the people that I know doing it are either have a mild recession or they've got a big team working on it, So they're getting every corner covered. But even then, you're going to get. You've got to be good at it, You've got to be good at advertising. You've got to be good at pictures. You've got to be good at listing creation. You've got to be good at optimization, But if you're not even doing the PL side of things, if you're doing like arbitrage or something like that, which isn't a territory which I know much about because I don't only do it in the USA. We don't, I don't know sort of severe price tanking anymore because I got out of that. But if you're doing that, then you've got to be the best in another way. You've got to be the best at the systems, the operations, the processes, the streamlining of it so that you can stay away from your competition, the sourcing to make sure that you're getting products that are really good, or you've got to have the capital and the resources to be able to take small margin and do high volume. Do you know what I mean? You've got to have that set up. Or you have to have your own warehouse so that you can get that prep fee down so that you can stay ahead of the competition in that way. There's just loads of ways that you've got to do it, And if you're coming into this as a newbie, expecting it, to be easy and expecting to just let it sort of run itself, then, you're already, not only are you new, so you don't have the essential skills and the knowledge that sellers that have got for doing it a while, you also don't have the mindset thing, and you're not thinking in the right way to stick with this, to work it out. You're not only so you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle against the people that have got the good mindset and the systems and the operations, and they know where they're going, and they're not going to give up. You've got to be the same. You've got to have that same mindset and that long-term mindset. Otherwise, you're going to find it hard. So I hope that video's helped. That's just a little touch on, usually the number one mistake new sellers make, in my opinion. And I'll see you in the next video.